Today we're going to talk about the trapezius muscle. It's broken up into three. There's the upper, the middle, and the lower. So these muscles kind of help the shoulder blade move so that you can raise your arm up. Typically, because of bad posture, usually the middle, the lower tend to get shut off a little bit, and the upper has to do a lot of work. That's why you see people do a lot of shrugging, especially when they're doing anything that has to do with elevation, especially with resistance. So we're going to retrain some of the lower, the middle trapezius muscles to work so that your deltoid doesn't just completely take over and kind of piston the ball up into the socket and kind of jam the joint, causing impingement. So just looking at our anatomy over here, so our trapezius muscle basically runs along the spine. So this is the lower, this is the middle, and this is the upper. And again, they all attach to the shoulder blade and cause rotation of the shoulder blade in order for you to lift up your arm and lift weights or just general daily activities. So after reviewing the anatomy, we're going to actually see if we can get, during the shoulder elevation, if we can start to inhibit this slightly, because again, the deltoid is more of a mover, and we're going to activate some of the muscles that we just discussed to get a little bit more symmetry, so certain muscles aren't working much harder than others. So typically you want to start doing this in a supine or lying down on your back position, and then you can actually move on to standing, and then with resistance and with and just kind of make it a little bit more functional as you go along. But as I move through the range, at this point, in order to kind of get all the way at the end of range of motion, right now I could be using my deltoid, but I can also be using some of those trapezius muscles to kind of clear some space. So in order to activate some of those muscles, it's actually, what you're going to want to do is, as you pull back, you actually want to feel some tightness in the kind of running along the shoulder blade. So it's not that your arm is just moving up, it's that the whole shoulder complex is actually moving, and you should actually start to feel a little bit of activation there. It's a little tricky. I think if you know what you're looking for, if you can visualize it running along the scapula and the shoulder blade, I think it's being able to activate it won't be so bad, but you have to know what you're looking for. So again, just kind of reviewing what you're about to do, and then actually try to visualize it as you're going along. Once you get the contraction, sky's the limit. So.